Hello and welcome, dearest. I'm Grandma Mimsy, and this is not a video I was expecting to make, and I have no words to be able to share. So, last year, in for Mother's Day, Genealogy did a contest that you could win a prize for the Mother's Day gift, and I was, oh, what is the word? I feel so incredibly blessed and grateful. I was the winner last year, and uh, I have I have had so much fun this year using everything that came in that box. I am telling you, the stuff that I received was absolutely amazing. So that being said, Maniology did not do a Mother's Day contest this year, but there were a lot others. And Beetles did a Maniology, or excuse me, Beetles did a Mother's Day. Get the words right. Words are hard. Beetles acrylic, I think it is, but it's gel polish that you need the curing light for, did a contest. And yes, I won that too. There were two other winners besides myself, but again, I'm just at a huge loss for words. And in true fashion, I have to respond in kind and share. And this is a huge box. It's in my opinion, it will not fit on my table that I can adequately share the whole thing. So here's just like the flap that shows you, and then there's the size. I mean, it just keeps going. I'm just like totally blown away. So what came in the box also, let's see, it says that it's an all-in-one mani kit, 35 colors. Here, I'll move this around so that it can be seen. I don't know if that's going to pick up because it's kind of light on the camera. But gel nail polish, and there's 35 of those, but they are, I'm trying to read that, 5 milliliters per bottle. There's the gel base, top coat, matte top coat, clear, it's a glitter top coat, a cuticle oil, a cuticle remover, nail light, and adapter, tools, and other items that came along with this. So I did grab the plug for it, but so here's the curing light that you get. So my big question is to all the gel nail ladies out there, that on this one, basically it's got 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 120 seconds, the on and off. So what I have heard a lot of times when have read instructions or heard demonstrations of things, that they say in cure for, according to manufacturer's instructions, 30 to 60 seconds. I've never seen the 120 seconds on it or heard that being said. But my big question is, if they're saying that it's a 30 to 60 seconds, kind of like when you're microwaving or cooking something, there is the when is it done concept. Because if it's not done at 30 seconds and you got to put it back in for more time, like in a microwave, they go and do it for intervals of until it's done. Well, how do you know when it's done? How do you know? I mean, but anyway, so there was a bag, this clear little zipper bag, and I think these are like swatching because they're not different sizes. Of course, though, they would all fit. I mean, all my nails are like, seriously, we've talked about that. So there's, I want to say like 21, 22, which would be enough to do all the shades that came in the box. So that's nice that it's got the little swatching things. This is a gel removal foil wraps. So anyone have any, you know, hints on what that is. I love this option because I bought these. I bought several sets of these from Amazon that I get in a kit that you take your pad and put your acetone, and then it clamps it so you don't have to do the foil stuff. So I love that concept. Always glad. And this is a cute, I don't have this shade. I do have a pink, but it's a different color pink. And I have purple, so, you know, more the merrier. Let's see. And then I think this goes to something else that is in this box that, holy cow. Again, I am just floored. Thank you. Because I have had getting gel polish on my mind to kind of, you know, explore in that category, and then this shows up. I find it hysterically funny. There's things that Hubster says when he goes shopping that always ends up happening with my list at the grocery store. It's kind of funny. So there's the inside the little kit that came. These are the little dividers that I think, you know, would be for your toes, but I can't imagine you using this on your toes. But hey, that's okay. You know, if that's something that, I mean, I take that back. I do know of someone who would get that done on their toes, but to me it was like they were going to a salon and having it done. I'm kind of like, how do you do your own toes? But hey, that's okay. But still, I would think this would be fantastic, and I'm going to be using these for all polishes to be able to sit my fingers in there, because I think that's going to be like, never thought about this before. I mean, I've had these when I was way younger, and they were helpful, but it's like, hey, you know, when you're doing your nails on your mani, to brush on the polish, this is going to be like a massively amazing thing to do, to have to get the polish on your nails and not touch your nails. And I do kind of have difficulties with that. I'm not a huge fan of, you know, standard filing things, but these ones are rough. I can feel so there's some intense buffing on that. This says washable, and this says shaper. So I mean, we'll check it out. Obviously there's a brush to dust things off. I'm so in love with this, kind of like what Maniology has, but we'll see, you know, how that one goes. Here's a metal, similar to the other one that I have. It's a little smaller, but this one's a pusher, and then on this end it's the guide that you go around to clear things off. I'm thinking this chain that was in the other bag goes to this, but I don't see a hole in that, so I don't know what this is for or why I would need to have the chain, but there you go. So there's a nice little clipper set. There's a brush, and I was thinking that, you know, this was like to scrub your nails to clean underneath or whatnot, which I'm sure you could use, but in one of the videos it's talking about that as you're filing and doing things on the person's nails, that as you are going across with, you know, this type of thing, that then you have this curled around your finger, or, you know, so it was showing several ways that you could use this, and so basically you're brushing off as you're filing. So there's more of these little pads in pink, which I think are cute. I already kind of have a stockpile of these ones, but hey, you know, the nail wipes are great. I am super excited and happy about, there's sparkle and pearl. So there's little rhinestones in those things, and there's a lot in that. That's going to be fun to use. These things are kind of interesting, and again, we will be incorporating into various things. So if you wanted to do straight lines, you have the little sticker to help you paint, and then you remove the sticker to do your artwork in stages. So you've got the curvy line that kind of goes in a whoop, and then you have the curve for like the French tip, and then, oh my gosh, so I love these, you know, stars and moons and things like that are super cute. I have ones that Maniology did of this, and I love these kind of stickers, and bows on stickers. But the thing is, I also have plates that have both of these things, so super cute. I'm super happy, and oh my gosh. So I will be able to play and do things with artwork on this. I probably will not be doing these on me for a while, simply because I like to change and polish too much, and that would be a way too much of a process to do. I will just be learning how to do them on tips, because I'm already doing things on tips, so why not just continue that whole process? So there's that. Let me put this back over here. Oh no! Not a good thing to drop the stuff before you even use it. Brilliant. Well, we'll have to plug that in and make sure that still works. Oh my god. Oh, way to mess up. Okay, and then here's the, piece de resistance. So there's 35 of these interesting colors. There's, like I said, there's the foundation, the top coat, that is the regular, so I'm guessing that's shiny. This is matte. This is the glitter top coat. There's cuticle oil and cuticle remover. So there's that. And I did kind of open them up to look at the colors. There, for like ever so briefly, I opened them and went, oh, okay, and closed it back up, because I know these have to stay concealed to be able to not have them interact with the ambient lights of things that, because it's gel, so I know that there's UV lights in the sunlight, in the daylight, in your room, in the lights that are in your house, all that fun stuff. So yeah, that's kind of that thing that's why they say even if you're not going outside, still put a small amount of sunscreen on, because you're still exposed to light, and that light does affect your skin. So there's that. I just wanted to share everything that I got in this and say absolutely thank you to Beetles for this. This is an amazing box that if anyone is interested, and I look forward to being able to explore more and play more in this arena, and I think this is going to be just, it blows my mind, the options, because of all the colors that I got. So any hints in the comments that y'all can share with your experiences of the things that you know. I did read or find a video that said the foundation base gel I do not need to use if I'm just doing it on the tips. This is meant to be on your natural nail, and since I won't be doing that, I won't be using this until that time. There was a small amount of instructions that came with them. I pretty much have the basic idea, but there's always something more, that when you do something, that there's more information from those who have experience in things. So there's that. Feel free to share with me what you have experienced to and know to be true, and any helpful tips or processes that I should know about. The other thing is, my next big question is, on these colors, I did go to their website to try and find them, and the one I was trying to find was this, if I'm not mistaken, if my vision is reading this correctly, I think it is E111, but I could be wrong. It's kind of hard to see with the color. Like, this one is easy enough, but because this one I think probably has a sparkle and shimmer, and what I looked in, it was kind of a green glitter type. So based on my answers, they sent me glitter, and because they asked what colors would you use, and I said, purples, pinks, blues, glitters, that kind of thing. So I got several glitters. I got a lot of purple, pink, and blue. I got a few browns and other ones in there. So I don't know if this is a standard set, or if this was something specifically they sent. It did come via Amazon, so I'm assuming that at that point it's something that was pre-done, but I could be wrong. Either way, like I said, I got blacks and reds and all kinds of things that this is going to be absolutely fun to be able to experiment with. So yes, how would I find an individual color? Because these don't appear to have a name on them, just the number. So that's my other question. I had another one. Oh, I know I can stamp with them and they won't hurt my my stampers. I know that I can use these with my plates from Maniology and whatnot, and kind of do like the reverse stamping and other things like that. I can use these as the base color. I can use these as accents in the stamping of colors. I had another question. It'll come to me in a minute. I should have wrote them down. I'll think about it and write them down for later on. And when I go live, then those of you who know about gels can help me, because I'm gonna deep dive into this now that I have the process of being able to do that. So thank you for watching, thank you for following, thank you Beetles for this amazing gift. Apparently 2 years in a row this is going to be my thing. Kind of funny, not funny, because I know there's enough to go around. I know there's, you know, plenty for everybody to get theirs, but it's just, I don't, I appreciate this a lot. I really do. And y'all just don't know how much this absolutely helps in the most amazing way possible. I appreciate this extensively. The words that I have, I don't want to start crying. But yeah, thank you to those who follow. Thank you to Beetles. Please be kind. The world needs more kindness, love, and appreciation. Do not let those who are in the Misery Loves Company Club recruit you, because they're always recruiting. I know everybody's trying to be the best human that they can possibly be. And I will see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye.